It is important to educate caregivers, health professionals, and others about wandering and exit seeking. These are common behaviors in people living with dementia. They can be particularly challenging for caregivers and family members to manage, as they often occur without warning and can lead to potentially dangerous situations. Imagine a loved one repeatedly trying to leave the house without a clear destination. This can be incredibly stressful, as you worry about their safety and well-being. You might find yourself constantly on edge, wondering when the next attempt will happen. They might pace restlessly or try to open doors and windows. This restlessness can be a sign of their internal confusion and anxiety, as they struggle to make sense of their surroundings and their own thoughts. This is often called wandering. Wandering can occur at any time of day or night, and it can be difficult to predict when it will happen. It's important to create a safe environment to minimize the risks associated with wandering. Now picture them trying to go home even when they are already home. This can be one of the most heartbreaking aspects of dementia, as the person may no longer recognize their own home as a place of safety and comfort. They might insist on leaving to go to their childhood home or a former workplace. These places hold significant emotional value and represent a time when they felt secure and in control. This is known as exit seeking. Exit seeking can be particularly dangerous, as the individual may leave the safety of their home and become lost or injured. These behaviors can be confusing and frightening for both the individual with dementia and their caregivers. It's essential to approach these situations with empathy and understanding, recognizing that the person is not acting out of defiance but out of a genuine need for comfort and security. It's important to understand that these actions are not intentional acts of defiance. They are a response to the disorientation and confusion caused by dementia. By understanding the root causes of these behaviors, caregivers can better support their loved ones. They stem from the changes happening in the brain due to dementia. These changes affect various cognitive functions, including memory, judgment, and spatial awareness. As dementia progresses, it affects memory, judgment, and spatial awareness. This can make it difficult for the individual to navigate their environment and recognize familiar places. This can lead to disorientation and confusion, making it difficult for the individual to recognize familiar places or people. They may feel like they are in a strange place, even when they are at home with loved ones. Imagine feeling lost and disoriented in your own home. This can be a terrifying experience, leading to increased anxiety and a strong desire to find a place that feels safe and familiar. This feeling of confusion can be very distressing and can trigger a natural instinct to seek safety and familiarity. The person may believe that if they can just get to a certain place, they will feel better and more secure. This is often what drives wandering and exit-seeking behaviors in individuals with dementia. They are trying to find a place where they feel safe and in control, even if that place no longer exists in reality. It's their way of trying to make sense of a world that no longer feels familiar. By understanding these behaviors, caregivers can take steps to create a safer and more supportive environment for their loved ones, helping to reduce the frequency and severity of wandering and exit-seeking episodes. Wandering and exit-seeking are not always easy to understand. These behaviors can be particularly distressing for caregivers and family members who are trying to ensure the safety and well-being of their loved ones. It's important to remember that these actions are not random. They often have underlying causes that can be addressed with patience and empathy. They can be triggered by a variety of factors. Environmental changes, physical discomfort, or even emotional distress can all play a role. Understanding these triggers can help in managing and reducing these behaviors. Sometimes there's a clear reason. For instance, a person might be searching for something specific or trying to fulfill a basic need. A person might be thirsty and looking for a drink. This is a straightforward need that can be easily addressed by offering a glass of water or another preferred beverage. They might need to use the bathroom. Ensuring that the bathroom is easily accessible and clearly marked can help reduce confusion and wandering related to this need. But often, the reasons are less obvious. The person might be experiencing a general sense of confusion or disorientation that makes it difficult for them to understand their surroundings. Confusion is a major culprit. Dementia can severely impact cognitive functions, making it hard for individuals to remember where things are or how to navigate their environment. Dementia can make it hard to remember where things are or how to get around. This can lead to feelings of being lost, even in familiar settings. Imagine being in a place that should be familiar, but it feels strange and confusing. This can be incredibly disorienting and frightening for someone with dementia. You might wander around trying to find your way. This wandering is often a way to cope with the confusion and to try to make sense of the environment. Agitation and restlessness can also play a role. These feelings can be exacerbated by changes in routine or environment, making the person feel even more unsettled. Changes in the brain can lead to anxiety and unease. This can manifest as pacing, fidgeting, or other restless behaviors. A person might pace or try to leave because they feel uncomfortable or on edge. They might be trying to escape a situation that feels overwhelming or threatening to them. They may be looking for something to relieve their anxiety, even if they can't articulate what that is. This can be challenging for caregivers, but understanding the root cause can help in finding effective solutions. Sometimes these behaviors are rooted in perceived needs. The person might be trying to fulfill a role or responsibility that they remember from their past. A person might try to go to work because they feel needed. This can be a reflection of their past identity and the roles they used to play. They might try to go home because they long for a sense of comfort and belonging. This can be particularly common in the late afternoon or evening, a phenomenon known as sundowning. These attempts to fulfill these perceived needs are often driven by the emotional parts of the brain, which are less affected by dementia. Emotional memories and needs can remain strong even as other cognitive functions decline. Understanding the why behind wandering and exit seeking is crucial. It allows caregivers to respond in a way that is compassionate and effective. It helps us respond with empathy and develop strategies to keep our loved ones safe. This might include creating a more structured environment, using visual cues, or engaging the person in meaningful activities. Remember, these behaviors are often a form of communication. They are trying to tell us something, even if they can't use words to do so. It's up to us to listen and try to understand the underlying message. By doing so, we can provide better care and improve the quality of life for those living with dementia. Wandering and exit seeking are not just behaviors to be managed. They are significant issues that require our full attention and understanding. These behaviors pose real risks to individuals with dementia, impacting not only their safety, but also their overall well-being. Safety becomes a paramount concern when dealing with dementia patients who exhibit these tendencies. Caregivers must be vigilant and proactive in their approach. Imagine a loved one wandering out of the house unnoticed. The thought alone is enough to send chills down anyone's spine. They could get lost in unfamiliar surroundings, disoriented and unable to find their way back. This disorientation can lead to panic and further confusion, exacerbating the situation. The outdoors presents its own set of dangers. From uneven terrain to unfamiliar paths, the risks are numerous. Busy streets with traffic become perilous obstacles. The noise, the speed of vehicles, and the general hustle and bustle can be overwhelming and dangerous. Exposure to extreme weather conditions, such as heat, cold, or rain, can lead to dehydration, hypothermia, or heat stroke. These conditions can be life-threatening if not addressed promptly. The risk of falls and injuries increases significantly. A simple trip can result in serious injuries, such as fractures or head trauma, which can have long-term consequences. Furthermore, individuals with dementia might not remember essential information. This memory loss can be particularly dangerous when they are alone and in need of assistance. They might forget their address, phone number, or even their own name, making it difficult for them to seek help or for others to identify them. This lack of information can delay rescue efforts and increase the risk of harm. This vulnerability makes them susceptible to getting lost or, in worse cases, becoming victims of accidents or crime. The fear and anxiety they experience can be overwhelming. These dangers highlight the importance of addressing wandering and exit-seeking proactively. It's crucial to have a plan in place and to be prepared for any eventuality. It's not just about restricting movement, but about creating a safe and supportive environment where the individual feels secure and their well-being is protected. This involves making modifications to the home, such as installing locks on doors and windows, using alarms, and creating safe outdoor spaces. Technology can also play a significant role in ensuring safety. GPS trackers and identification bracelets can help locate a person quickly if they wander off. These tools provide peace of mind to caregivers and family members. Support groups and community resources can offer valuable advice and emotional support. Sharing experiences with others who are in similar situations can provide new insights and strategies for managing these behaviors. Engaging individuals with dementia in meaningful activities can reduce the likelihood of wandering. Activities that stimulate the mind and body can provide a sense of purpose and reduce restlessness. Communication is key. Understanding the needs and triggers of the individual can help in creating a more tailored approach to care. Regular check-ins and open conversations can make a significant difference. Ultimately, the goal is to ensure that individuals with dementia feel loved, supported, and safe. By taking proactive steps and being vigilant, we can protect our loved ones from the hidden dangers of wandering and exit seeking. By implementing these evidence-based interventions, caregivers and healthcare providers can effectively manage wandering and exit-seeking behaviors, improving safety and quality of life for individuals with dementia. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in my next video.